Let's talk about the new Resident Evil movie. Anthony Starr, the actor that played Homelander, has been rumored to play Albert Wesker in the new Resident Evil movie. Now this sounds like a great choice, because we already seen Anthony Starr play a evil maniacal superhero type villain in The Boys. This seems spot on with the choice of Albert Wesker, because in the first game, he was the leader of the Starr's Alpha unit. To the players, he was a trustworthy character, and we would follow his lead, only to be revealed that he is a traitor working for Umbrella, and his whole mission was to lure the Starrs to a zombie-infested mansion, all to collect battle data on the various BOWs Umbrella has been working on. Now that's real Homelander vibes. It would be interesting to see who Umbrella was selling this battle data to. Was Umbrella working with the government to sell BOWs as a weapon? BOWs, by the way, meaning bioorganic weapons. Basically, all the monsters you fight in Resident Evil are BOWs, like the zombies, the dogs, and even the lizard creatures called the Hunters, that could swipe your head off in one go, even if you're in a fine health condition. I'd like to see the Hunters in the Resident Evil movies, because back in the day, these bastards terrified me as a kid. Their screams, right before they attack you, will give you a mini heart attack every time. Anyways, back to Wesker. Anthony Starr seems excited for the role and thought it was a good idea. He does resemble the character and has already proved he can play a pretty good villain, so only time will tell if he will be confirmed for the role. The Resident Evil movies haven't had a good track record when it comes to quality or representing the video game it's based on, with the last release of Welcome to Raccoon City being a complete pile of dog turd. However, I have hopes for this new Resident Evil movie. Directing at the helm is Zach Krieger. If that name doesn't sound familiar to you, well, it shouldn't, because he was in The Whitest Kids You Know, an independent sketch comedy show that was an underground banger in the late 2000s. And even though Resident Evil is far from a comedy,
you were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
He has expressed that he wants to replicate the isolation, inventory management in a dark zombie hellhole that made the original series iconic. Him being a fan of the games, wants to keep the tone of the games, and this is what every other movie missed. While other filmmakers may have said they are gamers to sell the film to gamers, I can tell Zach is a real old school gamer that understands the source material and is eager to replicate what made Resident Evil experience so memorable in the first place. Hollywood has a real problem with adapting movies to games, and I believe it's because there are no real gamers in the film industry. At least no real gamers in important decision-making roles like directors or producers or even writers. Just like how superhero movies became successful because comic enthusiasts were the ones creating the film, so must be the same with gamers. That is, if Hollywood ever wants to see a billion-dollar franchise come out of a video game IP. But that's a video for another day. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about that.